Welcome, everyone. This is Acid Roots. I've got a review for you, and that is. I'm trying to straighten this. This is Waka Flocka Flame's debut, Flockaveli. So, the big thing about it is this one, I think, probably got some fame off of it. It feels more like a situation for you and your crew if you have one. And most importantly, I feel like there's not a ton of albums that did what this one did. It's real. It's a lot of camaraderie, and probably a little bit more focused on what you're doing. It's kind of outgoing, like the DJ Unk album, but it's also not quite as it has kind of an exterior that is a little bit precarious and fearful, but at the same time it doesn't forget like the trap music and some real, you just feel like you're getting initiated into like a clique or something. So that's like the only weakness is really, I know for the audience that I want, you do need more than just Tech 9, ICP, and like, there's like one other person, 3-6 Mafia, but really, if the further you venture, the more, like if you were to continue to want more music very similar to this or even deeper than this, you're probably going to start getting into like some real dark territories. I guess what I'm trying to say is just, so this is about right where I covered this just because Waka's going to start being at the gathering of the Juggalos, and this is some interesting stuff, but just keep in mind, some people don't really touch on a lot of these subjects as much as he does. So that's just what you're going to get going in. It's not lyrical, and it's also not intricate, and it's not the subject matter is this what a standard street black person would be going through. That's essentially what you're getting on this record. Not necessarily someone who grew up and, that's pretty much what it is. So, can you smoke to this? Yeah, you can. There's some specific songs designed for that. And I feel like Grove Street Party, Smoke, Drank, Fuck the Club Up, No Hands, and Homies are some real good songs to smoke to. Brick Squad's another one. And Oh Let's Do It is some more. So yeah, there's just some good numbers. It's also pretty, despite the fact that it's the equivalent of what you're doing in everyday life. It's a little bit more relatable than a lot of other albums. So there's pretty much a topic for almost every situation to which you would be going through. And, a lot of the time Waka's not just concerned about this. He's also wanting to have a good time, and he's a party animal. It's apparent. So you need to realize that and understand that this is going to be some fun for you guys. The production, a couple songs like Hard in the Paint and Train to Go have like a different type of sound, but they're still not, awful. Some of my favorites are Homies, Fuck the Club Up, Brick Squad, and Smoke Drank. Those are some of my favorite beats on this release, and I also like For My Dogs. Karma's pretty good as well. Now, the unheard songs, out of 17 songs, I liked 11. So these are the ones: Hard in the Paint, No Hands, Brick Squad, Fuck the Club Up, Homies, Grove Street Party, Oh Let's Do It, Karma, For My Dogs, Snake in the Grass, and Smoke Drink. Now, 11 out of 17, you can tell this album's going to get a really good score, but I'll talk about a few of them. Like Smoke Drink, I think that one is pretty airy, and I think it's got it's probably one of the more approachable songs to someone who's not relating to what Waka says. And Homies is another one. These are some of the more jovial ones, but the production is still kind of slinky at the same time, so it works. Fuck the Club Up's a noisy one. I feel like this is a rowdier song. It's also pretty good. Brick Squad is really good. That one's got, some more terrorish type beat. Snake in the Grass sounds really brooding. Hard in the Paint is one of the rowdiest ones on here, but it's also that one's just designed to make noise. So those are a few that you've got, and so I recommend this album by a landslide. And because I like the 11 out of 17, I'm going to, if I like 13 out of 17, I'd give this a 10, but I'm going to give it a 9. I'm going to give it a solid 9 out of 10 because that's just really good. There were only 6 songs that I didn't like, and the only reason why is just because it feels like you're getting ready to be initiated or something, and it just you got to decide what direction you want to go in. So, the more you listen to this music, some people really start wanting to do the similar things, and that's the only thing you have to worry about. So if you're choosing that, this is a little bit dated. It's a few years old, but there's probably still people who this is their code in ways. So, yeah, the future. I think Waka will be back at some point. We'll see what he does. He's not with Gucci Mane anymore, but that's alright. It's still pretty slick. So is this album social? I'm going to give it an 8.5 social because, it's made for your crew, but, as far as he's not, it's really everything is taken at face value, and, you want more character from him, but, he just feels like a street soldier. That's pretty much all there is to Waka. He's not a poet like Tupac. He's not good at sports like, some of the other rappers. He just pretty much is just a street soldier. That's, all there is to it. Once you get past that general idea, it just lacks anything else. But still an 8.5 just because these albums are worthwhile and they will get rowdy, they're danceable, and you can congregate to them. So, but can it be topped? Probably not. This is an outstanding debut, and it's pretty much like a cult classic, a social classic, and a quality album all in one. So that's like a triple play right there. That's worthwhile. Alright, subscribe for more fun. I give this album a 9 and 8.5 social.